This is an amazingly effective buzzer. Once the trout have kind of seen it all, it's got a few key triggers in there that just make it work that little bit better. I've been using it for quite some time, and it's one of these ones, it's not too in your face, but it has got a little bit of sparkle in it. And it's one that's worked well sort of for the beginning of the year right up until May. It's also worked really well in September, funnily enough, where you do tend to get a second buzzer hatch on the larger reservoirs, certainly Rutland being the main one. Usually olive buzzers, but for some reason this Claret one, it just seemed to work its magic. So let's go ahead and tie it. The first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to start with a wet fly. This is a barb hook. This is a wet fly size 10. And we just get him in the vise there. I've got an 8/0 tying thread. And just come in behind the eye there. And I've got this absolutely gorgeous stuff. My mate sorted me this out. My mate Lee Cartmel, and it's just phenomenal. Red, a really rich red flexifloss. I've got that in various hues, but this particular one for this fly works really, really well. So the first thing we do is we're going to catch that in, and what you do is we pinch it on the top, and with lots, give it a couple of pinches there, like so, and really stretch that, working down the body. Again, just as it starts to turn, wind the thread back up and open turns, and then in with your scissors and snip that bit. Come down, just cover everything up, and then stop in the middle of the hook shank. And with this under tension, we've got to come up slightly open wraps, 2, 3, 4, and on the fifth with a lot of tension I'm going to secure it. Keep your thread under tension. Keep your thread under tension, I said Stephen. Because I dropped it, I'm going to come back and do it again. It's better keeping it nice and neat and tidy, so that was my last wrap. Under tension. Lock it in. Keep it under tension this time. And then, in with your scissors, pull it as taut as you dare and snip it. Now you get a little bump there. You can quickly tidy that up with controlled thread wraps. So then we come in with this stuff. It's a Unimiler. This is silver and gold. Silver one side, gold the other. And we've got to create a little collar, very similar to a vicar. So if I tie that in with the gold facing me, when I turn it, it'll be silver. And we've only got to do a couple of turns of this. And look in with your thread. In with your scissors. And snip that away. And then build up this thorax area. You want to try and get it nice and even. Everything the same. And you do that with wrapping the thread. A loose lap will create a thicker diameter. A tight wrap, obviously, a thinner diameter. All I want is this just a little bit. Usually the thorax is really exaggerated on buzzers. I just want this to be a little bit thicker than the body. That's it. That's good. So I've now got these. These are a goose bite, and this is a sunburst. You can see the colours, they are beautiful in the light. And we've got to get one of these on each side as the cheeks for the buzzer. And you just catch these in underneath. Catch these in underneath the thorax area there. And then just, I'm going to turn this device so that I can snip these off. I'm going to make sure we cover all that up. Let's lock this back in place. Always give yourself a little bit of space at the head so you can bring the biots up. I'm just checking everything's covered here, which it is. And then all we're going to do is we're going to bring the biots up, and we'll pinch and loop. We'll lock that at the eye of the hook. Bring this side up and lock him at the eye of the hook. And if you've got nice tight thread wraps, you should be able to just snap these off there. They just tear. So it's nice and neat. And then we've just got to tie the head area up with controlled thread wraps. And with your foot finishing tool. And then what we do is we come in with a little bit of Gulf Thin Man. Turn my torch on here. And we give it a coating. Start at the top. And then just work your way around the fly. Make sure everything's nice and smooth and even. Can't see that other side, so turn that. There you go, that's looking good. And then if I just lock this back in place, in with the torch. Careful not to blind myself. And there's your finished buzzer. An absolutely phenomenal fly. Those colours, that dark clarety red over the black, just works fantastically well for proper resident rainbows. It's just phenomenal. A really phenomenal fly. There's the, yeah, so these little beauties fished from the start of the season right up until May, and then again in September. Really good. I've also had a few pals try these flies out for me on wild brownies over in Ireland, and they've worked their magic over there as well. So a really handy pattern to have in your fly box. I hope you enjoyed that, and please subscribe to my channel.